Hello and welcome to the channel. Former Abia State Governor Orji Uzor Kalu has stated that Peter Obi and Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso of the Labour Party and the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), respectively, are secretly working for the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress (APC), Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bold statement. This is obviously a tongue-in-cheek statement by the former governor and present chief whip of the Senate. He also affirmed that the voting base of the APC in the northeast and northwest geopolitical zones remain intact. No one in their right senses would believe for a second the comments attributed to Orji Kalu. Get in the comment section and let me know what you think. Also, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. APC base intact in North. Kwakwanso, Peter Obi, working for us. Orji Kalu. The chief whip of the Senate, Orji Kalu, said the voting base of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) in the northwest and the northeast geopolitical zones remain intact. Kalu stated this in an interview on Channels Television's Political Paradigm program on Tuesday. According to Kalu, Rabiu Kwakwanso of the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) and Peter Obi of the Labour Party (LP) and other candidates are indirectly working for the victory of the APC flag bearer, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, ahead of the February 25th presidential election by dividing Southern votes. The APC chieftain also said it does not believe in pre-election polls, which have put Obi ahead of the 18 presidential candidates, including Tinubu. I don't believe in the poll. The poll is not realistic, Kalu said. If the poll wants to be realistic, Kwakwanso and Peter Obi are working for us because nobody has touched our base. Nobody has touched the strongest base of APC. The northwest and the northeast are our base. But come to the southeast, it is divided. Come to the south-south, it is divided. It is finished with obedience. Nobody has touched our base. Our base is still intact. It is as good as anything. According to the federal lawmaker, pre-election polls were conducted among the elites and not through representation or reflection of the thinking and general voting behavior of the electorate. Meanwhile, the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Dati Baba Ahmed, broke down in tears during the town hall meeting organized by Channels Television while speaking about insults directed at his family by political opponents. During the event, which was held on Sunday night, Baba Ahmed recalled how his family and the memory of his late father became objects of ridicule by political opponents. He said his family background became the target of attack by these opponents soon after he joined the LP presidential ticket and took on those who spread misconceptions and falsehoods about his principal, Mr. Peter Obi. He said, "When I joined the ticket, I impeached certain lies against him, Peter Obi, and particularly my good friend on the APC side on the same level. You know, when people think they have money, they have power, and the sitting authority is theirs. Someone has to tap them on the shoulder. I did and told him to do it, and I will do 3. You know I am capable of doing it. However, I and my family have been paying a huge price for my attempt to rescue Nigeria. They sent all sorts of people after me. I would have been much happier if only they stopped at me as an individual." One of the presidential campaigns had in one of its public engagements cast aspersions on the Mauritania heritage of the VP candidate, who is a Nigerian from Kaduna State. Baba Ahmed became emotional and had to be excused as he stepped off the set to get himself together before he returned. The vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Dr. Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, also said a vote for his principal, Mr. Peter Obi, is a vote for the unity of Nigeria. He said this in his opening remarks at the ongoing People's Town Hall meeting organized by Channels Television on Sunday. He said as soon as the Labour Party assumes office, the first task will be to unite Nigerians to fight insecurity, corruption, and the nation's dwindling economy. Dati Baba Ahmed said, "The day you hear President Peter Obi, Nigeria will be united." Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Meanwhile, the Labour Party LP on Monday released a list of nominated zonal coordinators for contacts, mobilization, and grassroots engagement for the Albidati Presidential Campaign Council. The party's national chief mobilizer, Albidati Presidential Campaign Council LPPCC, Olawale Okuniyi, made this known in Lagos. Peter Obi, a former governor of Anambra State, and Yusuf Dati, a Kaduna-based politician, are the presidential and vice presidential candidates of the LP in the 25 February election. Mr. Okuniyi said the appointment was in continuation of strengthening its campaign machinery for the 2023 general elections. He said the party appointed 3 zonal coordinators for grassroots mobilization, contacts and mobilization, and special duties for the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The official said the directorate had appointed Adewale Egbodofo as the zonal coordinator, special duties in charge of the Southwest Zone. Mr. Adewale Egbodofo was born to Mr. Simeon Egbodofo, an accomplished teacher, popularly known as Baba Fonen, phonetics, from Ode Ajagba, and Mrs. Janet Egbodofo. Adewale Egbodofo had both his primary and secondary school education in Okitipupa before proceeding to the Polytechnic Ibadan, Oyo State. He also attended the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, for training on banking and finance, respectively, he added. Mr. Okuniyi said Mr. Egbodofo had over 20 years of cognate experience in finance and banking, having worked in First City Monument Bank (FCMB), Providus Bank PLC, and other financial institutions. He said the new appointee was passionate about the need for the overthrow of those he described as members of the ruinous generation who had looted the country into a coma. The official said Mr. Egbodofo was also an internationally acclaimed advocate of the ballot box revolution. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.